This is Nerds Logic reporting for What's Upland News, your source for Upland, Metaverse, and Meta-reality news. The Spark sale registration fills out in less than 1 hour. UCN ejects a contributor. The Twitch stream twitches and dies. New building models coming. I hired Kaiser 12 for a consultation. Russia invades Ukraine while the community calls for progress. All that and more in this week's edition of Upland Metaverse News. Now that we have all had time to recover from the Los Angeles expansion, the creativity of the community has really started to shine through. There have been a lot of focus on Upland for delivering new features to the platform, but this week I wanted to focus on us, because we offer the most growth potential to Upland, and you are the theme of the week. But first, let's take a look at what happened. On Saturday, registration for the Spark sale in the UPX store filled up within 1 hour. I told you, you gotta be quick. All of my videos are littered with tips, and this is one of them. The desire to build Upland is so strong that Spark is the #1 resource that new players ask about, with the average distribution of Spark being just 0.25, 1/4 of a Spark per player. It's a scarce resource that ain't easy to come by. On Sunday, the Spark sale kicked off with the larger quantities of Spark selling out within 30 minutes. Small quantities of 0.05 remained available well into the afternoon, with a 10-minute cooling period between purchases. You could mint Spark at 0.05 per sale all afternoon. Spark week ended at 11:59 p.m. Pacific Time. On Monday, players experienced problems receiving their Spark for leveling up and were a cited minority for Monday. Anybody who works in support roles knows what the Mondays are, but the Upland team came through and made people whole again. On Tuesday, the Flash Challenge was announced. Here's what you gotta do. All you gotta do is look at one of your properties, hallucinate. Draw your hallucination onto the property and submit it to the Flash Challenge channel in Upland's Discord for a chance to win 20,000 in UPX. Check the announcements channel in Upland's Discord for more details. Kaiser 12, former member of the Upland Contributor Network, announces that he has been exiled from the UCN network for allegedly spreading false information. Upland announces the Master Build Contest, which is a positive indication that Upland is paving the way for more user-generated content, which, in my personal opinion, offers the platform a lot of accelerated growth potential. Upland is growing, and we need more models to build out the metaverse, while, at the same time, need more ways for players to buy and sell more objects that we create. On Wednesday, the Upland Twitch live stream goes off with a hitch and is canceled due to audio problems attributed to using a Mac. Uplando was the hero of the morning with his community-engaging trivia, which entertained attendees during the wait. After the Twitch livestream twitched and died, I went nosing around for Kaiser 12 in the Discord. The Metaverse delivered big, because not only did I find him, but his consulting solicitation was so juicy that I couldn't resist, and I hired him for a consultation. After paying a very reasonable $30, we were in a one-on-one voice chat. We talked about a lot of stuff. Let's unpack Kaiser 12's falling from grace with his delisting from UCN. I told Kaiser that although his grumblings came from a genuine place, his delivery was confrontational and that not everybody appreciates people who are direct. So tell me how, in any way, do you personally feel dissatisfied with the Upland team? He said the team had a roadmap that promised new features, but it changed, and a new roadmap with fuzzier goals that were more business partnership oriented than player oriented, and that players need to realize more utility for their investments into Upland, such as in-game player interactivity experiences. At the top of his list is a voice-enabled cafe and trust accounts for managing funds used in community node sanctioned event rewards. I asked Kaiser if the UCN had a back channel of communication with better access to the Upland team, which he confirmed, but also shared that it's mostly used for reporting problems and Discord moderation. I pressed about whether or not he'd ever engaged the team for status updates, to which he said yes, but that X1 the Gamer, General Mort, and Lisette K are merely the angels who report to the gods. They don't have the answers, and asked me if I was familiar with his concept of gods, angels, and people. Here, folks, is Kaiser 12's concept of Upland's organizational chart. We are at the mercy of the angels, and they are at the mercy of the gods. Kaiser 12 has also lost patience with people gaming the system with multi-accounts and advocates for swifter justice, displaying a desire for order and a distaste for what he considers to be fraud. Maybe Kaiser 12 has a future in investigating financial crimes in Upland. It's a metaverse of possibilities. Well, I got a Thanksgiving-sized portion of food for thought and my brain was slipping into an info coma. What I can tell you for sure is that Kaiser 12 shares the same desires with the Upland team for the success of the platform, is bullish in spite of his criticism of the Upland team, and his love for the game really shined through, making us all kindred spirits in that regard. His take on being ejected from the UCN network, and these are not his words, folks, struck me as truth is treason in an empire of lies, where lies would be missed deadlines mixed with a lack of accessibility. Shibaverse is calling on the Calvary to nominate Upland for the Best Innovation for Mobile Games Award, which Upland realized for 2021, and we only have till March 1st to nominate Upland for this year's. Link is pinned in the comments below. On Thursday, Russia invades Ukraine. Did you know that Upland's core development team is in Ukraine, which is currently being invaded by Russia right now? Explosions have been heard in Ukraine's capital as Russia's full-scale invasion begins. Looks like Putin wants in on Upland. Today's breaking newscast brings you news from the real world that has serious implications for the immediate future of not only Upland's core development team, but as Upland's biggest fan, affects you. Here in Upland's career page, it shows that Upland is geographically diverse as an organization. However, 8 of the 22 job openings, or 36% of the current staffing requirements, are in Ukraine. I reached out to Squall Muzza in the Upland Discord, who signaled that the dev team is safe and has their support, but hadn't responded to the question, how many are the dev team in Ukraine, by the time of this publication. What you see in the background is raw footage of events occurring on the ground now. Russia's full-scale war in Ukraine is creating chaos throughout the country, and I can't imagine that this isn't disruptive to the Upland's development roadmap in the short term. However, Upland is a distributed organization, so I advocate for faith that Upland will adapt to these dynamic times and resume development in full force. My thoughts and prayers are with the Upland development team in Ukraine. Voice your support for the Upland team in the comments section below. I pressed X1 the Gamer to find out what their expectations for delays were concerning the events on the ground in Ukraine, and what he let me know was that a majority of the research and design group actually resides in the United States, and that they weren't expecting much impact on their roadmap. On Friday, X1 the Gamer announces that, although Manhattan is sold out, they're gonna give away the remaining locked properties for free. All you gotta do is fill out a form and perform one page send. For additional entries, complete the Marble Hill event activities. Check the event details, linked below for details. X1 the Gamer also announces Detroit as the next starter city. Opening Thursday, March 3rd at 8 a.m. Pacific Time. With 70% of it being reserved as FSA, this is a great city for new players and players who don't have a lot of skin in the game to go stake your claim in the Upland metaverse. The other 30% is liable to sell out fast, giving FSA players an opportunity to satisfy demand on the secondhand market. Over the last week, a pattern of players expressing their various desires for more than just new cities to buy, wanting additional functionality in Upland. And this same week, players who are building their Upland experiences independent of the platform shined as well. So, let's segue to the community section because I've got some great examples for you. Kaiser 12 Consulting Services. Hey, they ain't bad, man. If you've got some real skin in the game, his offer is great for you. For only $30, you can pick his brain and leave with insights that hadn't even occurred to you. If you don't have a lot of money invested and you just focused on turning a buck, there's already plenty of videos on YouTube that will tell you how, and they're free. Here's a compelling offer for you. Take it or leave it. Are you building an Upland business? How good are your branding and marketing assets? Droop Designs is paving the way with a path of firsts. Droop Designs, Upland's first marketing agency, was one of the first citizens in Upland to sell user-generated content with his Droop's Stuffed Chimney apartment building structure ornament, which sold in limited quantity during the 2021 holiday season in the Upland UPX store. Droop Designs is quickly developing a portfolio of satisfied graphic design and Discord server deployment services. When your prospective customer hasn't done business with you yet, to them, you're only as good as your marketing. Let your customers know you're the best and tell Droop Dog I sent you while you're at it. Find him in my Discord link directory and in the pinned comments below. Century City CEOs brings you the top 10 neighborhood building ranking by Spark allocation. Portage Park in Chicago continues to top the chart with over 567 Spark staked. Century City climbs to number 7 with 135 Spark staked and has become the most highly developed city in Los Angeles by percentage of Square UP2. Century City CEOs invites you to join their node and become an owner in the fastest growing city in Los Angeles. Here's a killer tip for you. Invest in yourself. I don't write and produce Upland Metaverse news to harvest referral income from new players, nor am I casting shade at the people who do. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. I make a show for everybody Upland, from the players, to the angels, to the gods. For something bigger than that, I make it for you, and it comes from inside of me. It's that same love of Upland that drew you to this video and to this game. We are all kindred spirits in that regard, and we all have our own ways to contribute to the growth of Upland, and this is mine. We don't have to put all of the pressure on the Upland team. You can start building your stake in this metaverse on the side with tools and practices that are already ubiquitously available, and let Upland strive to incorporate your innovations into their product. Be a part of the solution, not part of the problem, by being the flame that attracts the moth instead of the moth whose fate is decided by the flame. That's what I have for you right now, folks. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed this content and want to help me out, press the like button to let me know that I should keep it up. Do you want to stay up to date on all things Upland? Subscribe and activate the notification bell to be sure you get notified when I upload new content. I post breaking and weekly news as well as new developments, community challenges, announcements, tours, tips, tricks, and other Upland related content. Tell me what you think in the comments below. I read all your comments. Take it to the next level and join my Discord for up-to-the-moment discussion, exchange information with the community, and find additional resources to help you raise your game. Check out the links in the pinned comment below.